Hey, folks, Mike North here on 30 and 5 on 560WIND.com. I'm your congenial host every single day. Appreciate everybody coming to the site. Appreciate WIND publicizing it. John and Amy in the mornings. My guy, Steve Cochran, in the afternoons. Check out the wonderful, wonderful personalities on this station. Hey, you know what? President Obama, you're above having rabbit ears. Or hearing things. Jan Brewer meets him at the airport, who's the governor of Arizona. They've had a contentious relationship because, you know, she's suing the United States of America because of their immigration policy that she tried to pass that President Obama is blocking, along with the USA government, saying it's not fair and this and that. Anyway, they meet at the tarmac, and Obama says, I heard what you said about me in your book. She's got a book out. And I guess she said something that, you know, was maybe he didn't feel was right, or he didn't read it. He heard it. Mr. President, this isn't like the health care policy where Nancy Pelosi said, listen, let's pass it, and then we'll read it later. If you hear something, read it. Anyway, they're saying President Obama can't a little bit thin-skinned. White House is denying it, but it's become somewhat of a story. It's amazing to me. And they have a picture of Jan Brewer. And you know how people always go, hey, you know, they're waving their finger. I don't think she was doing anything bad. But Obama walks away from her in mid-sentence. I guess that about explains everything, doesn't it? Automakers have been told in California 75% less emissions in 2025. Was Fred Flintstone with the feet going to run the cars? 70. That's why California is the worst state in the union. That's why they haven't built a new nuclear plant in over 30 years. That's why they're going bankrupt. Now, if you own a car company, or if you have cars and you want them to run in California, you have to cut the emissions by 75%? Well, we're going to have hamsters inside the engine? When they fart, it's going to be okay? What a joke. That state is a joke. 2025, believe me, that thing might be overturned. Bill Gates, what a guy. What a guy. Billy Gates, can I call him Billy? And his lovely wife. Bill Gates has just donated, amongst the billions he's already donated, $750 million to cure AIDS, a brand new disease, if you will, pretty, recent, and old school diseases, ladies and gentlemen, malaria and tuberculosis. So you got the AIDS over here, brand new. Well, it's not brand new, but it's recent vintage, if you will. And you got the malaria and the TB that was prevalent back in the 60s and 70s, still lurking, especially in Africa and other third world nations. Joe Paterno. Oh, by the way, Bill Gates, good job. Joe Paterno being memorialized today at Penn State, turning crowds away, packed. Should be really great. Hundreds of his players came back to check out the wake and the memorial, the viewing at Penn State. People saying, we love you, Joe. You were the best, Joe. You're Penn State, Joe. In the meantime, the faculty of Penn State voted like 140 to 68 that the board should stay on. Let's see if they can handle this problem, if they're capable. Any other board would have been let go. Any other board during a scandal like that. But at Penn State, they're still playing politics. Business as usual. Joe Paterno's fired, but the board keeps their jobs. Out of line in about 19 different ways. That's bad. Hey, we got some good news. Stock's up. Don't give many stock reports. You might have to start that. Caterpillar and 3M showed quarterly improvements, big time. So you know what? Give them credit. So it's good to see the stock market has some companies performing well. In the meantime, the jobless numbers are up again, but like President Obama said the other night, everything's fine. Anybody who thinks this country's not the greatest? I think this country's the greatest, but I don't think everything's fine, Mr. President. So, you glossed over it. The jobless numbers up again. Caucasian man doing very, very well. Make sure you check it out with Mike Ditka here on norththenorth.com, NORTHT1ORTH.com. White Sox Fest coming up this weekend, and it's the 30th anniversary of the 1972 team. They will be wearing the red uniforms with the red pinstripes during home games on Sunday this year. Why wouldn't they wear the powder blues on the road? Jerry, come on. Give me a call. Powder blue. Let's go with it. Also, the Bulls lose last night to Indiana. Luol Deng didn't play. The Bulls look sort of listless last night. Today, the weather's absolutely beautiful. Check out the weather around your areas. And thanks so much for joining us here on 560WIND.com. You have a great day. I'm Mike North for the Village of Rosemont. From the 9th largest convention center to restaurants to theaters, sports venues, and hotels. 5 minutes from O'Hare, you got it all here. Rosemont, you can't miss it.